Just think. What if you are able to help bring Mrs. Desmond back to life?
That's a big if, Holly. Don't be deceived about research. It's a long and arduous task. And more often than not, a very frustrating one.
But say that it happens. Then there won't be any more reason for Mr. Desmond to keep any secrets from us. If his wife is alive, then we can all go free. Oh, I wish there was some way I could help. Oh, not just for us, but for him.
There is a way, Holly. You know, sometimes there's just a hair's line between science and religion and witchcraft. If there is any line between them.
But how can you say that? You're a doctor, a scientist.
And a woman with normal needs and fears. How do I know, Holly, after what I've seen? How do any of us know? What did you think when you were down in the crypt?
Of what?
Of Jean-Paul Desmond.
There will be no further disturbance here, my darling. My Erica. Sleep without fear until we are in contact. And until you are freed from this precious machine. I call it precious because it preserves your loveliness, your precious loveliness, my love. Until we can touch hands, touch lips. Oh, Erica. Erica. Can your spirit hear my voice? Tomorrow, my love, tomorrow, we will speak together. Only this time it will be I, Jean-Paul Desmond, whose call you will hear. There will be no devil, no evil of Jacques Eloi Desmondes. Only I, the man who loves you.
The tarot cards, Miss Abbott, what are they telling you?
The cards tell many things, Mrs. Marshall.
Only to you, of course.
To me, to you, to anyone. The cards do not differentiate.
But I can't read them. What are they saying? Good things? Bad things?
They say nothing. The cards reflect, good and bad.
Right now, what do you see?
That a woman who seeks love will receive what she gives.
Oh, I like that. Anything else?
Nothing else.
Never mind, that's a very pleasant prediction. You know, I admire this gift of yours, Miss Abbott. I feel I have a rapport. Perhaps I might be useful at the seance tomorrow.
The spirits will answer that. I'm not even sure that there will be a seance.
Oh. Well, keep me in mind. I'm not afraid of storms and crashing chandeliers. Perhaps the Reverend has a love life, Miss Abbott. Why don't you look?
I have already expressed anything those tarot cards could say.
About Holly?
To Holly. Vanjie, I gather that you don't want to go through with this.
My wishes don't matter. When I inherited the mantle of my father, the conjure man, I accepted a responsibility, like you.
Which I have put aside for personal reasons, as you can do.
Responsibilities lightly taken bear the seed of death.
I've felt that many times since coming to Maljardin. But isn't that what Jean-Paul Desmond is doing? Doesn't he owe you at least responsibility? Responsibility for you?
Jean-Paul wants contact with the wife he loves. No more, no less.
But he can't expect you to risk it again.
It goes beyond Jean-Paul's choice, or mine. The struggle has already begun.
If I can't convince you, I can promise that this time I will fight against it. and I will certainly not consent to take part in this circle a second time.
What we say is one thing. What takes place is another. The fool. The cards say you will. They cannot change it, and neither can you. The cards do not lie. Forces join battle. Which is good, which is evil, who knows? You can't change it, in spite of yourself.
And you thought Jean-Paul was angry because he found you in the crypt near the cryo capsule.
Thought it. I knew it.
And you were afraid of him.
He's someone to be afraid of when he gets mad.
And is that all you thought?
That's all I was able to think.
You see, when he went down there after you, everybody thought it was to inflict some sort of punishment on you. And yet when I got down there, he'd forgotten all about it. What did you say or do to make him change his mind?
I just told him the truth. That I was afraid and was looking for a way out.
I suspected something else. Another of the strange things that we find ourselves facing and thinking and imagining in this garden of evil.
You know, what really confuses me, though, was the first time he found me down there, as he put it. Well, he took me down there himself.
He took you down there himself?
Yes. And then later, he didn't even remember it.
Angie, are you all right?
Angie, for heaven's sake, this must stop. How can I do it? A seance. Warring spirits are gathering here. Which is good, which is evil, I can't tell, for all the savages filled with war and anger.
You can't stand much more of this, Vanjie.
Who is it? What are you doing down here? Have you forgotten my orders so soon?
Do you forget, Jean-Paul? I love my lost sister. We both love Erica.
Very well. I am aware of that. But I like to be here alone.
You also forget, Jean-Paul, that it was you yourself who brought Holly down here. And you forget some other things. You forget that you were the only one in the lab when these missing records were found. These medical records that could help bring Erica back to life. How is it that you, who love her so, could forget?
What I don't want you to forget is that I will get the rest of these records if I have to drag them burning out of the devil's hands. I promise you that. I promise Erica.